First time watching Avatar, The Legend of Aang. That one up. First time watching Avatar, The Last Airbender. I just woke up, so apologies. I'll be making a lot of mistakes. You can probably tell from my voice that I just woke up. It's even dark outside. It just turned 6. Anyways, today we'll be watching episode 4, which is called Into the Dark. Almost said Dalek. I'm watching Doctor Who as well. By the way, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel! My name's Affan, and I hope you're all doing well. Because I'm doing well, and I want you to do the same. Anyways, if you're a fan of the original series, if you're here, you're most probably a fan of the original series, then I have that original series, the entire thing, on the channel. So check it out, please. Also, The Legend of Korra is also on the channel. I'm enjoying this show quite a bit. There are a few iffy moments here and there, but I have to say the show has improved a lot from episode 1 to episode 3. Still has those moments, particularly when it comes to delivery of the lines, but some of the actors have absolutely smashed it, completely made me forget the bad deliveries, particularly at the start of the series. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to more of it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, and I hope you are as well. So let's just get into it without any further ado. Go! Last we left off, Jet was introduced and Aang put a arrow in his planes. No, they're gonna introduce Boomy too, I presume, because they are in a Mashu. So yeah, a lot to see. Here we go. Da-dum. Alright, Aang's been captured. I forgot about that. Oh, the crystals! Is this?
Fires weren't my fault, and neither was the fight.
Save your voice, even under the best of circumstances.
I was gonna say, is this Dai Li or something? But that's not. That's Ba Sing Se, right? Not Omashu.
It's good to see you, young Avatar.
And Zuko, they captured him too.
I hope not. Any luck?
He started the fight and left you behind and ran away. I'm really starting to see what kind of person he is.
I doubt that.
What do you think will happen to
He
him?
doesn't want to see that. Perfect timing. Cue it. I think they were listening to him. They're like, you know, when they ask, hit him. Whip him. That's when you gag him.
Were you working with the enemy?
It's complicated.
The mechanist.
You know what it means to make hard choices? Your father had to leave your family to go to war, leaving you, just a boy, in charge.
Oh, I'm on my Irish this episode. So don't mess about and drink tea. Got him. Zuko. And now he's gonna be disguised. How's he gonna hide the scar, though? Yeah. That's a pretty big giveaway, you know? Like I said, or like Varric said, Fire Nation's really good. All the best red stuff is from Fire Nation or something? I don't know, man. Something like that. Okay, this symbol is the same as the previous episode. That's pretty interesting. 100 years ago.
Hey, Aang. Oh, hey, Boomy. How's training going?
I was gonna say this is Boomy. Okay, it is Boomy.
Looks exactly like a sky bison. Supposed to be a badger mole.
Haha, lovely. Oh, the little snorts that he does.
Cities are like people. They always have their dark side.
Seems pretty dark on all the sides these days.
That's what a century of war will
A
do.
war started by the Fire Nation, and a war the Fire Nation could end.
If it were only that simple. My brother, the Fire Lord, sees things through only one lens. Victory or defeat. Nothing else matters. Not even the loved ones lost along the way. Zuko's victory lies not in winning the war, but in winning his life back.
You could show him this isn't the way. He'll listen to you. He owes you that much.
Well, will he listen?
It is I who owe him. Far more than I can ever repay.
Impossible.
Oh my God.
It is deep in the heart of the mountain.
Don't do that, show. Don't do that. I know what you're doing. Hey, you're not sneaky. Don't do that. F that hurt. As soon as they did the thing, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what you're doing. Don't stop. I'm not ready to cry first thing in the morning. Okay, so they're going there, huh? With Iroh. Oh, and I got my Iroh here too. Perfect timing. Wow.
The secret tunnels, hidden under the mountain. Said that the founders of the city used them to meet without anyone knowing.
If you believe the tales, vengeful spirits guard the passages.
So, not just secret tunnels.
Secret Tunnels.
Figure out a way to get them through the tunnels.
Is this a bit early for that? Oh, it's fine. Like I said in the previous one as well, it feels like the show is really moving.
You're not as lucky.
Lovely.
You're going to see the king.
Oh, he's very lucky. The king is his buddy.
This one shows a path due south, and this one...
You've been marked.
Any resistance and they'll send everything they've got at
The
him.
Avatar has returned to the world. It's time to stop hiding.
He's imprisoned.
It's time to fight.
He doesn't even know how to fight yet properly.
Your Highness. He was caught fighting.
Lotus root, pine bark, dried jasmine, scalding hot water, steep for 2 minutes.
Tea.
He is the master of all 4 elements, the savior of the world. He is.
The Avatar. There it is.
Boomy?
Hello, Aang.
Boomy!
Oh.
How are you still alive?
Clean living, the right diet. More importantly, how are you still alive? I'm still a child.
How are you still a child? Actually, it's not that long. You kind of fast traveled, you know? 100 years.
What idiot told you to put pine bark in it?
You did.
Throw him a feast.
Boom Jew. Alright, cool. So are they gonna do all the stuff or no? Probably not, because he just revealed himself right from the get-go. But that sort of helped him with earthbending, right? So it was important. Maybe they'll use someone else. I don't know. Ooh, Jet.
Stopped you from killing innocent people.
Spies, traitors, is that who you want to save?
Not everyone out there is the enemy.
If you stand against us,
You are the enemy.
life may be simple in the South Pole, but here, you have to make hard decisions.
You're fighting because of hate, just like the Firebender.
I'm nothing like the Firebenders.
Yeah, bat time. Let's go. Oh, lovely. Alright, cool. I'm loving that her abilities are actually becoming more powerful, you know? Because before I was just like, here, take a bath, you know? It was so harmless. But now she's starting to do stuff that are actually useful in combat.
The old Firebender was taken to the pit. The other one's still here. The ball kid. Well, you're just gonna stand there? What are you gonna do?
Go for Ira? Whoa.
Seaweed stew. Heard it really helps with your complexion. Frozen in an iceberg for 100 years, huh? World is on fire. People are dying, and you got to sleep through it all.
All the airbenders were wiped out. We need to get to the Northern Water Tribe as soon as possible, which is why you need to let me go.
Let us leave.
Don't you care?
Have you been fighting the same fight for a century?
Can't make me believe you've lost hope.
Really? Challenge accepted.
Okay. Crazy Boomy. They're still gonna do the challenges and everything. Okay, cool.
You hear music?
Secret tunnel. Yeah, I hear music. Oh, there it is.
Shake it.
Not that. He means shake. Yeah, shake it. That'll do this.
Oma and Shu met on top of the mountain that divided their 2 villages. The villages were enemies, so they couldn't be together. They built elaborate tunnels so that they could meet secretly. She'd been killed in an attack. Devastated, Shu wielded her earth-bending power to bring the villages to their knees. Could have destroyed them all, but instead, she declared the war over. Both villages helped her build a new city where they would live together in peace. The great city was named Omashu as a monument to their love.
Oma and Shu.
Love is brightest in the dark. Remember that, especially if you're going to go into the dark void from which no living being ever returns.
Lovely. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Let's go.
Secret tunnel. Yeah.
All right. Yep. Lovely. There's the piece. The white
You want to go north?
flower. Lotus.
It means you should be careful where you step.
Whoa. High showpiece. Look at the ground. Look at the ground. Look at the ground. There it is. Good choice, by the way, Zuko. Pick an Iroh, not Aang. Good boy. And we knew it was doomed if he picked Aang, you know. Because obviously he's in the royal palace and he's not getting out of there. You're Zuko after all. Nice.
Love is
brightest in the dark.
Yet you keep acting like one.
And you keep acting like you know everything when you couldn't even tell that a traitor was flat out lying to you.
Says the girl who fell for a terrorist.
That's not what
Oh, lovely.
You don't get to tell me who I can talk to.
And you don't get to just ignore me.
I can if you're being an idiot.
Dad put me in charge.
You're not Dad.
Echo. Harmony. It's alright. Come on. It happens. Gotta learn to work together.
Guess we're not in Wolf Cove anymore, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if Gran could see us now.
She'd probably read you her lines.
You really think so?
My brother, he had a soft heart.
He'd gather food and water from his platoon and give them to the children. He was on watch the night you torched the Eastern Wall. By the time we put the fires out, there was nothing left of him to bury. He was 19. All those lives lost. And Ba Sing Se still stand. Was it worth it?
We were at war. I was a soldier.
You were a butcher. I can still smell smoke when I go to sleep at night. It never really goes away.
Iroh the Butcher.
War pushes us to the edge. Some of us don't like what we find there.
You have no humanity. You know nothing.
Jon Snow. Wow. You know, it's got a bit about loss. Don't play that instrument. Be careful, show.
Is it true he abandoned the siege?
Yes, after his son was killed.
Ah, shit. Okay, here we go.
When my studies weren't going well and father was unhappy, Lieutenant gave me this. He'd won it for finishing first in his officer class. He said it should belong to someone destined to do great things. It gave me strength.
But they tricked me.
Lieutenant never needed it because he was the strongest person I knew.
I was written for a different gun instrument. I thought they were going to use the one at the beginning because it sounded very similar. Oh, that was a sneak attack. Damn you, Netflix! I'm not letting it out. I'm not letting it out. No, it's staying in. It's staying in. You Netflix, you're not getting me like that. You with your little tricks. Oh, that was difficult. Oh, man.
And Jet, he helped me through.
I did not expect that at all. I was waiting for a different instrument, and they hit me with the piano, and I'm like, fuck. It's Leave from the Vines.
Thinking about how Mom died and not how she lived. Jet might have gone down the wrong path. He was pushed that way, just like Sai was. You led the tribe and protected us with nobody to help you. I'd never had to bear that kind of burden alone. You had it harder than him.
I like the tone of this show, you know. Not that I didn't like the... Okay, my voice is gone. That's what I wrote this to you. Oh, wow. Okay. I like the tone, the serious, somber tone of this show.
This wall wasn't.
How is that possible?
Not that I didn't like the more lighter tone of that show. Like I said, that was the charm of that show. But I don't think it would have worked here. Yeah. That was a great scene. It was good to see Zuko caring so much about Lieutenant and, well, Iroh being Iroh. That's the only thing that'll make me cry in this show is Iroh. Iroh and Luten.
Let's play one final game.
Game of Thrones.
You versus me.
Oh, he's not gonna do the pet thing?
This is crazy. How can tunnels change?
I knew the crystals were wrong.
Can we do I told you so later?
It's the badger moles.
Any chance I imagine that?
Nah, that was just me farting, bro. Sorry.
Badger mole.
Neither a badger nor a mole is that big. Do you know what I mean? It's from the teaser as well, or trailer, or whatever. By the way, Luton sounds like a town in England. Luton. What I don't like about earthbending is that earthbending actually requires the destruction or manipulation of the environment.
Do it! We've all seen enough death.
No mas. You know? Oh my.
That's what you get for showing an earthbender compassion.
Wow. He's hurt. Like actually manipulating Earth. You know? Like those guys picking those peaks out of the ground. Now there are a bunch of holes in the ground, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
Welks, bro.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
He's gonna do it. I finally admitted it.
It's blind. They don't navigate by sight, by feeling. They sense feelings and react to them.
Get out. Oh, that's it. Follow it.
Please, Boomy, you don't have to do this.
Oh, but I do. You can't rely on anyone.
Whoa. See what I mean? Like every move is destruction of a structure or just the earth.
Boomy, I can't hold both of them.
Let it fall. And you win.
Let it fall. Let it fall. Do you want to build a rock, man?
You have to make choices like that. You have to save the whole world. Let it fall, and learn what it means to be the Avatar.
Wow. It's quite a lesson. Decisions, mortality, so much wrapped into one lesson.
How to bring the house down?
You didn't learn anything at all.
You were wrong. You can rely on your friends.
I did on those two.
Only save the world with my friends.
You think like a child.
I am a child.
Is that really so bad?
I swear it's so cute.
I use it to call a friend. That's what I'm gonna do now. Call on an old friend. You're right. I wasn't here for the world or for you. But I'm here now.
We've called up Bionation forces are on the move. They'll be here by dawn. We'll be ready. Fortunately, a SAUL tipped us off.
Sai?
The Mechanist alerted the generals to a network of spies in the city. The Avatar has places he has to be. We can take care of ourselves. Ooh, but I do have one more challenge for you.
The race? Yep. My cabbages! Oh, they've done it all. They have done it all.
You want to come with me?
I've come fully prepared. All the tea I need.
I don't need a babysitter.
How about a friend?
Oh, they did it. They finally did it.
My father made it very clear that I'm not to return until I find the Avatar.
which means it could be a very...
That instrument hits different, I swear.
Home. Everything I need is on this boat.
Iroh.
Like I said, all the tea I need.
Okay, that was close. At the beginning when they did that instrument, I don't know if it was this instrument, but it sounded very similar, like, I felt something, you know what I mean? Then they did the piano, that was like, they've gotten me every single time, because they switch it. Oh, what an episode. Holy scheisse. Nope, we'll not be watching the next episode right now, but you can watch it right now on my Patreon, link in description. Check it out. Full-length reactions are there as well. Oh, that was a really good episode. I liked it a lot. I'm glad I got the shirt just in time for it as well. Because I was recording all day yesterday, and then I stopped. I was like, I'll do the rest tomorrow. And on this episode, I chose to stop. Like, it's meant to be. It was destiny. Oh, Iroh, my Iroh. So they did the Leave from the Vines as well, eh? And they snuck it in there. At the start, they used that instrument or something similar to that. It wasn't Leave from the Vines, but it felt like it. And if I felt something when I heard it. And then they did Leave from the Vines with a piano or something, a different instrument. And then again, it got me, because then I was ready, because I already heard the instruments. I was ready mentally. They got me. I wasn't ready for that. And then after that, they went back to that instrument. Then I wasn't ready for that instrument. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, that was pretty good stuff. I like the show. All right, cool. That was a very good episode. So the whole Iroh lore is obviously, I mean, it's one of the best ones in the show. One of the best. Not the best, but one of the best for sure. So that's obviously emotional and going to be talked about a lot for sure, especially for someone like me who actually thought that Iroh might have been the best character, or at least one of the best characters in the show. They did the secret tunnel, which is great. It's a bit early though, doesn't it? But again, it doesn't matter. As long as it works, I suppose it works, and cool. Then you have the whole Aang tests and meeting Bumi. Again, they switched that around a little bit. They didn't do the whole pet thing. They didn't do the whole identity reveal thing, which is fine, I suppose. Didn't really change anything, because they still do the tests. The test, which is supposed to teach him lessons. So I suppose the lesson there is not to trust everyone, and also not blindly, because they saw what happened with Jet and also Psy. Oh, by Gangnam Style. Anyways, then when you do find those friends, you know, the good ones, the ones that'll be there for you all the way through and through, then yeah, take care of them and don't treat them like they're garbage like the other friends, you know? Friends. So, you know, importance of friendship, and importance of picking the right people by your side, and importance of asking for help and using them to make things easier. Not easy, but easier. And then the lessons from Boomju there, Boomy, about life and war and the choices that you have to make, the importance of tough choices, speaking a little bit about morality as well, what's right and what's wrong, and how to really go about things, and what you will do when faced with a tough choice, when you're stuck between a hard place and a rock. Get it? Because it's earthbending. Anyways, that was good. And then we obviously had the war criminal charges being brought, or accusations being brought on Iroh, and that then obviously leading to his flashback with Lieutenant. So yeah, it's a very interesting episode showing the effects of war on both sides, not just one. You know, we saw those soldiers, and the one soldier talking about his brother. Obviously, we saw Iroh's side as well. We saw Boomy. You know, that's another person. We've obviously been seeing all these other people, Jet, Sokka, Katara, so many people, you know. So the effects of war, not just on one side, because so far we've really been seeing it on one side. So Earth Nation, you know, water tribe and airbenders and so on, the genocide and all that. Of course, incredibly depressing. But then you also see the effects of it on the other side, which is, you know, we saw that in the shape of Lu-10, but also we have been seeing it in the shape of Zuko, right? The effect that it has on Zuko, obviously. And then speaking of Zuko, we see his compassionate side, his, without giving too much away, his, okay, let's not talk about that, but the fact that he, you know, chose Iroh over Aang, he had the choice in the prison, right? He could go after Aang or he could go after Iroh. Now you could argue him going after Iroh, or sorry, Aang would not have ended really all that well for him, because obviously he's with the king, so he'll be surrounded by the whole army, and so taking on a few guards versus the whole army, obviously not possible. And besides, he's not on good terms with Aang, you know, with Iroh. Iroh is going to help him, so it's going to be 2 versus 4 or 5 or however many they were, whereas there will be 1 versus the entire nation, you know what I mean? And one of those guys is the king and the other is the Avatar, so you're definitely not getting out of that. So maybe it was strategic, but I don't think so. Again, in an effort to not give away too much, this character is being set up really well, and I'm liking his development. I'm liking Katara's development as well as a bender. She's growing strong. Like I said, it was just splash splash, we are taking a bat dun, 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 at the start. Now it's actually doing damage, so that's pretty good to see. She's developing really well as a bender. She's improving her skills, and that's really what the show is about. It's a journey about them discovering themselves and learning a lot along the way, but also improving their skills as benders. And eventually, I mean, it's all about Aang, but also the others along the way. And so it's good to see that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it was a brilliant episode. Again, the show keeps improving with each episode, and I like it. I like the direction they're taking, like I talked about a little bit as well. The tone is a bit darker, well, a lot darker at the beginning, but they're not messing about, you know. They're showing death, they're showing destruction, they're showing some horrible stuff, and horrible stuff was happening in the original show as well. They just weren't showing it. So obviously the tone is a bit darker, and so I understand that silliness has been taken away from the show, and I like that. I don't think it would have worked in this. It worked really well in that, you know, it gave it a certain charm, but I don't think it would have worked here, so that was a good choice on the creator's part. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Do let me know what your thoughts are up to this point. How did you feel about the whole leave from the vines thing? You know, these bastards didn't have to do us like that. Like, they would have gotten me with the regular instrument too, but these sneak attacks, like, bro, relax, you know, man's a bit soft in here. But yeah, that was great. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you want to see the next episode right now, you can on my Patreon. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a nice